folks who may want to jump on this journey that I am about to take. And, to be perfectly honest, there have been other times that I have wanted to and said, I'm going to take on this self-love journey. That's the journey. For it has been at least 2 or 3 years that God has been speaking to me about myself and taking care of myself. One sec, y'all. Taking care of myself and taking on this journey because my kids are older now. And yeah, I have found reason after reason to do other things, to get busy doing other things and to not prioritize it. And I am in a space now where I am just like, come on, Maritza. And I am going to use, you guys as my accountability partners, so that I stay on task and do what I have to do. And just to be perfectly honest, part of what happens with those of us who are struggling in this area, that need work in this area, is just that, like the always putting and doing and not prioritizing ourselves. So it is quite easy for us to say, okay, like if I commit and add other people into the equation, then maybe I'll take it more serious. Whereas other folks who have been super diligent about loving up on themselves and including themselves in life and not always being like the sacrificial lamb in certain ways for your family, for your loved ones and all that stuff. And just sometimes perfectly honest to be perfectly honest for strangers, just because that is something that you have become accustomed to. So it feels really natural for you. It is easier for us to do if we have some type of commitment to others, right? So my goal is, to initially start this out with accountability, but to eventually just be accountable to myself. Like, I'm doing this for Maritza, point blank, But a little bit about me. So, since I can remember, I think since I was probably about 6, I have had some level of responsibility for looking out for either my sisters or brothers, or being the big sister, being responsible, just different things. And that kind of carried on, and other things happened in my life that positioned me in that, like, okay, then I became a teen mom. So at a time when I was supposed to be, it's busy, at a time when I was supposed to be being that good selfish that, I taught my kids that I wanted for them, like to find themselves and to be able to say, you know what, like, I don't like that, I don't want that, I want to do this, I want to change this up in my life, and to not have anyone that you're responsible for, or to be worried about how it would affect others, and to just do it because it's good for you. That has not happened, because then, of course, you get married, and then I got married. After I was a single mom, I got married. I had another child, and you do your thing as a wife, as a mom, and what so have you. And while other folks who have spent that time early on in their life selfish, and that good selfish, and learning yourselves and loving yourselves and all that good stuff. I didn't do that, so I never did it, period. Like, everything became about the family and my kids, my husband, other people, my job. Like I said, it's extremely easy for me to pull myself out of the equation and to put somebody else there. It's extremely easy for me to feel guilty for doing something for myself. So I'm done with it. I am done with not loving myself to a place where I am in love with myself, where I know certain things about myself, where I am comfortable with my no's being no's, my yeses being yeses, where I'm not always trying to appease somebody else, and I'm not always trying to make sure everyone is okay after I've made a decision for myself, that no one's feelings are hurt or yada yada yada. And so I am inviting other women and men, if they're out there, if you want to jump on too, because I don't want to seclude anybody that may need to come along on this journey, but I am inviting other women to take it on, other folks to take it on. If you're younger and you're having a hard time with it, but especially if you're older, if you're like that 50, that 40 plus, that 50 plus that has never gotten around to yourself, and you need to spend time on yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to find yourself. You need to make mistakes or experiment with certain things in life. Try out new foods. You need to try new things. You need to figure out how to do this or how to do that, or do things that you always wanted to do that you never did because you just never got around to it. Life just, let me say this correctly, you just kept allowing life to get in the way conveniently, right? Because my comfort area is helping others, is doing for others. I am very uncomfortable when it becomes about me. I'm very uncomfortable because it is not normal for me. It feels very, very selfish in a bad way, right? So I am taking it on, and anyone who would like to, who feels connected to this, of course you can follow me along my journey. I would love for folks to follow my journey, and tell me your thoughts and all that good stuff. But if anyone would just like to join in because you have in some similar way or in your own way done the exact same thing to some degree, or you just feel connected to it as well, you are very welcome to. So I am going to say that, tomorrow is day one for me. Tomorrow will be Thursday, and it will be either May 6th or May 7th. Let me see. I don't want to mess up my recording, so I gotta look at my... Is anybody else out there like me? Do y'all still need a hard copy planner? Oh gosh, I feel... Okay, so tomorrow will be May the 6th, Thursday, May the 6th. Tomorrow starts day one for me. And I am going to do 365 days of this. And then I'm going to see if I need to keep needing accountability, or if I'm in a space where it's just me now, and it's just the normal whatever that you call it. The normal life journey, right? And not like a dysfunction of leaving yourself out, because that's what it really is, you guys. You know? Okay. Love you, and I'm excited. Mwah, mwah. See you soon.